Good morning, Namakan. Good morning, Iloilo. Good morning, Philippines. And good morning to all my friends back in the U.S. Alright, so I hadn't posted a video since we headed out on our travels to get here to the Philippines. This is a long, tiring trip for sure. We had more stopovers, more changeovers than I normally have, because getting the tickets during this time of holiday season here in the Philippines with so many OFWs and family members living abroad and all. And if you don't know, my American friends, what an OFW is, it's an overseas Filipino worker. They go work abroad under contract in different foreign countries to send money back home to try to help their family improve their lives. A lot of times, even though they've traveled all the way to foreign lands, they don't earn near the standard of money that we're used to in the Western society. They earn a way less rate, but it's still a way greater rate than they would ever have a chance of earning most of the time here in the Philippines. Not always. There are some careers here, but they're hard to get, spoken for, or you got to go through a lot of education process, which costs money to get those jobs. So nevertheless, the airlines was really booked when we decided to make this Christmas trip, and so beggars couldn't be choosers on routes and changeovers and seating. Lucky to get it. Guess we could have paid a lot more money and we could have got probably a better schedule, but why waste all that money just so you can have a little bit of comfort? Get in your seat, go to sleep, don't worry about it. Anyway, we're here. We had to spend a couple days getting over the jet lag. I mean, we were still busy during that time. I got my truck out. It'd been basically, we'll call it in mothballs, letting it be stored there in the garage. And I had it on jack stands in case any of the tires leaked down, it wouldn't flatten out my tires, and you know, just had it in storage state. So I had to get that out. My little white truck, which I'll show in a video, it had to go into the shop right before we left last trip, 6 months ago when we left here. One day when I was hauling materials, the clutch wouldn't disengage anymore. Well, turns out the pressure plate gave way, and one of the shift forks also in the transmission was wearing out on it. So we're off to go get parts for, sorry for the wind. So we're off to go get parts for that today. We're also about to go to the new City Hardware that was built, which is kind of like a Home Depot or a Lowe's, as most know in the U.S. It's a new one built right in our neighboring town here, which is, I mean, 1/3 of the distance we have been traveling before to go to a City Hardware or a CW, Home Depot, any of those, to get supplies. So my sister-in-law's painting a bedroom. She's got my brother-in-law picking up the paint and him doing that. So we're going to go there and pick up paint, go see the new Pure Gold supermarket that was under construction when we were last here, but now it's complete and open. I'm pretty excited to go see it as well. A lot of new improvements coming near to us here, that little conveniences that make life a little easier here, but sometimes I don't want it as convenient as it is back home. I love a lot of the raw state here. Let's go over here and look at this. So I have my brother-in-law on the vacant area here at the lot. I told him it's okay to grow my brother-in-law Miller to grow him some vegetables and stuff while we're gone, and to use this space here. And he has, look at this, he is growing. He is growing. There's a little triangle shape in here that's not very utilized. Eventually it will be, but not at the moment, and it's not in our yard space where we're going to be building. So look at this okra. Look at this. He has other things growing too, but boy does he have the okra growing. And they're harvesting on a regular basis. So I'm proud of him doing that. Some lemongrass here. Well, we'll get on to the next thing. My new neighbors, their home is almost done. Still under construction, but it's getting there. Pretty excited having new neighbors here. This lady works in the US and she's building her rest house, our future house, here next to us, and her brother's been the overseer of the project. Really nice people. I'm so excited to have them as neighbors. Look forward to a lot of good years to come. Still a lot of open lots in our subdivision here. Trying to block the sun out with my hand here. We've had this old work shed that we were storing cement and lumber in my little white truck each time while we were gone. But it's just such an eyesore. I had them to begin tearing it down this morning. I gave away the new roofing material on it to my brother-in-law to repair his roof, brother-in-law Miller, and told the boys they can divide this lumber up amongst themselves for maybe some projects or improvements they have on their houses. So I'm just ready to get it down. See our little lot here. This fence I had built during last trip, there was an old fence here and it was crumbling, so we poured new cement columns. They're complete cement. They're not a hollow block stacked and plastered. They are a solid formed round column. And this is also solid cement we poured, and I had these panels built in here. You see, we're right out here on the beach. Walk on down here. We have a lot of ongoing projects here. Just have to do it step by step as we come each time. And this is my boat ramp that I'm building going to the water, which is going to be a challenge now because with the last typhoon that just came through here, it shifted a lot of sand. It eroded away a lot of the shoreline, which has left this shallow and this sandbar out here. So I won't worry about it too much because sand is always shifting, just like a sand dune as well here on the water along the shores. It is forever changing. Every single time we're here, there's something new about the shoreline here. And there's always someone's house along the shore because some of these people, you know, they're trying to scrape by means and trying to have a life the best they can on a very small budget, and fortunately they have to live right up near to the water. Some people may think that's glamorous. Oh, it's so great they're living right at the beach. It's also very dangerous. But built this, it's pretty long, all cement reinforced, and I grooved it so I get traction with the vehicle. We're still going to continue it down more at the end down here, so it will continue to still go to the water. We just had to stop during the last trip. We ran out of time. I built these planters here. They got maybe about 38 inches of space inside there, and I'm hoping this trip I can get some landscaping started in those. I had the soil trucked in from up by the mountains, so we'd have actual soil in there and not sand. And of course I'm going to need to enrichen it a little bit more with something. Maybe I've been watching some other vloggers that are over in MABUHAY, and also James with My PI Dream up in Lipa, and they were using carbonized rice hulls, which is basically like a burnt rice hull, and it works like a potting soil and a fertilizement and enrichment. So I'm going to try that and mix it in. Got some different trees and landscaping started here. This wall still got to be plastered. Papayas growing. Another papayas we have going here. Malunggay growing all along the fence over there. I told them plant lots of lemongrass, lots of malunggay. Malunggay is a leaf. All you Filipinos watching know, but you Americans and the other nationalities may not know. This is a leaf that you cook in soups and eat. It is so delicious. You just wouldn't understand until you had it, like with chicken and in that broth and these leaves. It is a flavor like no other, that once you have it, you will crave for it the rest of your life. These trees will grow so easy. You can practically just take a break off piece and shove it in the soil, and it'll start growing roots and start growing. And the nice thing about that is you can just keep breaking off and harvesting, and it'll just keep sprigging out a new leaf, a new limb. See, broke off a new shoot everywhere. You break them off, harvest them, it'll just grow out new. Wonderful. Any Filipino watching this knows what I'm talking about. And it is also medicinal. It's like a medicine. If you're not feeling well, you think normal chicken soup makes you feel good? Try this in your chicken soup. Well, we're about to head to the city and go get a clutch, pressure plate, throw out bearing, shift fork. So I'll wrap this up. Talk to you all next time. Thank you, and please like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you.